So what I'm about to share with you right now is something you've probably never heard of. And honestly, if you don't have the attention span of a goldfish, then you should probably listen to what I'm going to share with you in a minute. So with no further ado, in this video, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you exactly how to sell private jet flights to rich kids partying in Ibiza. So, how often do you see flex or lavish lifestyle on social media? Probably dozens of times. Does this look familiar? Or someone in front of a jet? Or bottle services at Nikki Beach? Probably very common, right? So, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can capitalize on these people's lifestyle by selling them private jet flights. And I know exactly what comes to your mind. I don't own a jet, I have no rich people around me, my uncle isn't rich, I don't work in the industry, blah, blah, blah. And here's the thing, neither did I. But before I delve deeper into the business, let me tell you about who I am first. My name is Omar, and I started selling private jet flights when I was 17 during COVID, locked up in my bedroom, and I was bored, okay? No bullshit, I was bored. My first flight that I ever sold was Milan to London for $4,500. Super cheap. And out of this, I made 2.5k in profit without owning a jet, without paying any rent or chartering, none of that. No overheads at all. I made 2.5k from my bedroom with literally 2 phone calls and a couple of WhatsApp messages. That's it. That's me also in front of a jet recently, but I'm going to delve deeper into that later. Here's also a client request on board. So let's get right into it. I want you to forget about all the business models for a second. Drop shipping, social media marketing, trading, crypto, and whatnot. Not because they don't work, so I'm not gonna sit here and tell you they don't work. They actually do, but they all have, or most of them have one big problem. There is this hard selling involved, right? It's pretty saturated. And if, listen, let's be real. If you sell to a restaurant owner, your SMMA service, their budget is constrained. So they don't really have that much of a budget to spend, okay? So it's gonna be harder for you to sell them something. It is possible, again, so I'm not gonna say that, but the clientele usually operates within limited budgets, okay? And here's the thing. So for me, this is something, to be honest, I didn't want to get involved in too much. Again, not because it doesn't work, but I would rather choose to work in an industry or work in an environment where people have an abundance of money, or at least somehow an abundance of money. Selling to the rich. How often did you hear that? Probably dozens of times. Rich people, they don't care who you are, where you're from, and whatnot. They only care about results, service tailored to their needs, and if you're someone who can fulfill their needs, then you're gonna get paid accordingly. And trust me, they pay pretty well. So let's talk about why selling private jet flights is probably the best thing you could do to build a second income right now. First of all, and probably the most important thing, the product sells itself. So there's no hard selling involved. You don't have to convince someone who's gonna charter a plane from you about how beautiful the interior is or the engine and whatnot. None of that. They want results, they want a service. Okay? Number two, you're selling to people who already have money. And this is the best thing. The clientele who charters, they have money. And now, if you connect the dots, you have a product that sells itself, you have the right people who want to charter the plane from you, then I can't explain how effortless it is. Okay? You just connect the dots. Okay? Number three, no competition. I mean, quite frankly, there is competition, but these are 60-year-olds with white hair. So I don't really consider that as competition. Everyone is building a personal brand right now. Hear me out. They all need social proof, lifestyle, and just this social media stamp on their profile. So they all come to me and I sell them jet flights. You can compare like the US gold rush, where the ones who made the most amount of money were the ones selling the shovels. So in an era where everyone was building a personal brand and digging for gold to eventually hit it big, um, I am selling the shovels. I sell them jet flights so they can flex their lavish lifestyle on social media and whatnot. So yeah, no inventory, no startup cost, no fancy setup. You don't need to own a jet, no rich uncle, none of that. So the startup cost is extremely, extremely low. And the bonus, here it comes. Right now, you're watching this video at the right time because right now it's summer. So everyone is traveling, everyone is taking vacation and traveling. Ibiza, Mykonos, south of France, Italy, Spain, and whatnot. Everyone is traveling, and the right people, they travel in style. And there's a huge opportunity for you to capitalize on that and sell to the rich, okay? Right. So let's get right into it and talk about the types of people who typically charter jets, okay? First of all, you got the billionaires, business professionals, athletes, rappers, influencers, Gen Zs, millennials, families. And honestly, what worked best for me were influencers and Gen Z entrepreneurs, or people who are generally involved in the online space, in the online money making space, like traders, crypto people, e-commerce guys. I work with them all the time, and this is the clientele that I work with, and it works pretty smoothly. So let's cut the bullshit. I'm going to show you exactly how this works. Let's say I have a client request, okay? Let's say, I don't know, London to Ibiza, okay? Let's say someone sends you a message. Hey, we're 6 people. We want to fly from London to Ibiza in 3 days, okay? Cool. Now what you're then gonna do is you send a message to an owner of an aircraft, but I'm gonna touch on that later. And you ask him, hey, I have a request, 6 people in 3 days, blah, blah, blah. What's your price? Let's say he's gonna tell you London Ibiza is 2 hours something, so it's probably gonna cost around what? 16K, okay? 16K. What you're then gonna do is you are gonna get a response from the owner about the price and obviously gonna make a margin, all right? You're gonna put profit somewhere. And let's say you offer this flight not for 16K, but for 18 to the final client, okay? 18K. You send him, hey, plane is gonna be 18K. Let's say, I don't know, Citation XLS, 18,000 euros for you. And honestly, the people who request these kind of jets, you can be pretty sure that they have money. And they're gonna split the money anyways with the people they fly with, most likely. So then he's gonna accept. Client confirms the plane. What you're then gonna do is you're gonna send him an invoice where he is required to wire the amount, okay? And once he wires the amount, the jet is booked, okay? So that's a done deal. 2 days before the flight, obviously, you're gonna receive a flight briefing that you're gonna send to him, where there's the tail number of the jet, the first officer, flight attendant, etc., etc. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a done deal. Done. Here's the thing. There are people out there flexing lavish lifestyle, okay? Spending 15,000 euros on bottle services in clubs and beach parties and whatnot. Do you think someone is gonna look for the best deal and ask this one and this guy and this owner? No. Again, rich people, they want a service. And if you can deliver what they need, tailor to them, then you're gonna get paid. Done. So again, you don't need to show your face online. You don't need to beg people for money. None of that. All you do need is a laptop, a phone, and some work ethic, that's for sure, okay, to make anything work. You could work from the Bahamas, from your office, from your home. The choice is completely yours. And honestly, isn't that what freedom is really about? Let's be real here. You don't have an annoying boss who is, telling you when to be in the office, when to leave, none of that. So, in short, what does this business give you? It gives you, first of all, financial freedom, time freedom, and geographical freedom. If you set up this business right, you can make a shit ton of money. I'm not saying you're gonna be a billionaire overnight. That's not what I'm saying. So if you're expecting that, then please click off this video. But yeah, you get a financial freedom. If you put in the work, you get time freedom because you can work from anywhere, what time you want, and geographical freedom. So you can work again from your home, from the beach, in the park, wherever you want. Okay? So you could either build like a sophisticated business out of that, or you could just build second income next to your 9 to 5, which is completely fine. So the choice is completely yours for you to make. And do you know what the best thing about this? This business runs primarily on referrals. So let's say with the deal that I showed you before, where you made $2,000 or euros on average, okay? Let's say you only sell one flight a month. That could literally replace your main income, or at least for most people, okay? And the best thing, it's repeat business. This business runs on referrals. So let's say if George charges a jet from you and he posts his jet experience on social media, his friends inevitably gonna ask him, hey, where did you get this jet from? Could you send me his number, etc., etc. And it all leads back to you. Okay, so it's literally like an ecosystem of people where you don't need to have 50 clients, only a couple of cool people around you who inevitably gonna bring you more deals. So let's say you make 2 or 3 deals per month, which is completely doable. Then you're making anywhere from 6 to 8,000 euros a month. That's crazy. Completely remote, no showing a face, no running ads, none of that. Super effortless, okay? So again, you only need a couple of people around you who are gonna charter from you. And the best thing, you're also gonna meet owners of jets. That's an incredible experience, at least it was for me when I first had that, where you can talk to owners, talk to people who charter from you. You know, it's you just inevitably create a super cool cycle or environment of people around you, and this is a huge perk of this business. And here's the thing, I won't keep it too long. After a while, you become their luxury problem solver, okay? So they're gonna call you or text you, hey, I need this and that, I need a chauffeur, I need a yacht, okay? I need a luxury Birkin or a Rolex and whatnot. And these are luxury problems, and this is something which is amazing, or at least it was for me, when you can just interact with people in this realm of the upper echelon of society, and you just become a professional problem solver. That's what we're gonna call it, okay? That's a great name. Again, I'm not saying this business will make you rich overnight. That's not my point at all. You definitely have to put in some work and some effort. Yeah. So here's the thing. If you're serious about this and you really want to learn, then I have something for completely free of charge. Obviously, there are some crucial steps involved in making such a deal happen. So I can't really break that down in one full video. But since I had so many people ask me in real life and on social media how I run my business day to day, how I find clients, how I talk to owners, etc., I have then created the Jet Closer Blueprint, which is a private Telegram channel where I post daily insights and raw authentic deals, etc., how I run my business and manage to scale it, okay? So if you want to be part of that channel, make sure to click the link in the bio and get inside this group. Right now we have 35 people inside, and I'm only gonna let in 100 people simply because I want to keep it low key and super high quality and only interact with people who are serious, okay? So if you're one of them, then make sure to click the link in the bio, and that's it from my side. With no further ado, I'll see you inside the group.